Welcome, my friends, to a tale of Greek mythology, the playthrough of Altered Beast. Our story begins in the graveyard. Zeus commanded, "Also rescue my daughter." As lightning descended from the heavens, poof, in a cloud of smoke, our weedy little hero found himself face to face with the undead. Slapping him in the face, the graves jutted out from underneath him. Were they Easter Island statues? Were they weird mermaids? Power up was all he had the time to say. He could jump high, he could jump low. Moo, he said to the cow statue. But the exploding zombies soon put paid to our hero's little adventures. Dropping down from the sky and not the ground, the chattering, head-holding punch faces. Whoa, now the sight of a side of beef. Trails of plasma emanating from the hero. He realized all he had to do was bump the wolf in the back, and he could stop its furious movement. And now he was a wolf. A werewolf. The power to shoot flames from its hands and tear through legions of zombies with a single fire wave plasma push kick thing. The empty mausoleum was guarded by two axe-wielding bastards and little griffins, like out of the Midland Bank, but also less little kind of griffins, whose wings flew off. "Welcome to your doom," said the sorcerer. "Puffity, puffity, puffity," in clouds of smoke. "What is this? Why, it was the great unclean one, the greater demon of Nurgle. How did Games Workshop let them get away with this? How interesting, thought the hero, throwing your own head, but he had no time but to show his burly wolf body, slamming it repeatedly with his fireballs. It's like he didn't give a shit, he just slammed it repeatedly. Could he avoid it? Maybe he could, he didn't even want to. Blam, 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 in ludicrous explosions. Oh, what a sound. "It is me, I am not Hades. I will steal your power, for I am Neph, Lord of the Underworld." They couldn't get the rights to Hades, maybe. Pew, in he goes. But what's this in the crystal ball? Why, Neph has seized Athena, there she is. And he's got a cross behind her, a Christian cross apparently. But our hero didn't have time to think. We arrived in the spooky swamp. What would these fat frog bucks? Slap! He tossed them in the face like he would toss off a prison guard trying to get a pack of cigarettes. Or perhaps a little schoolboy in the playground. The brown wolves that heralded the appearance of the white wolf. No longer a defunct games company, our hero uses his shitty jumping punch. And as the ball drifted away from him, he saw his fate drift away as the white wolf bounded off into the distance. Little did our hero know he would fail to kick a snake, and instead the little purple creature would get its foot right in the face. Bounding away from him, his dreams bounded away as well, as more of the fat frog flux dropped from the sky. The blue devil came close, but the hero had a sort of weird rolly on the ground kick thing. No crouching kick for him, no, only a shit crouching punch. The hero's head was devoured and his brains consumed. Would he hurl another credit? He would! "Never give up," said Zeus. Very good advice. Very useful in the modern day. As the hero failed to kill a single one of these snakes, Neph repulsed him with a cloud of lightning. The blue devil was determined to end our hero, for our hero had only a single power. Where was our white wolf? Well, but it had escaped him, even though he'd bumped into it, trying to hail it down like an old black cab. Perhaps the frogs would become his final enemy he would face. His legs torn from him by this whippy, basilisk-y, birdy thing. As the screen painfully scrolled on, and the wolf stood in the most irritating position it could be in. "You've got to be kidding me," thought the hero, as the white wolf just bounded out of the hero's reach. Slam! Oh, but he was raped by the claws of the fell beast. Sometimes he would lose energy, sometimes not, mainly be bumped annoyingly around. And the hero realised then it was all inconsequential. The screen would keep scrolling. no matter what his fate. He was a plaything of the gods. Yes, just like real Greek mythology, which never contained any of these creatures. Oh, gargoyles of a different colour burst from the swamp. In fact, slightly easier than the previous ones. Neff merely laughed and carried about his business as the hero failed to defeat even a single enemy. Feeling sorry for our hero, the two-headed wolf merely sat there, offering up its power to our hero. Now the size of a bungalow, he leapt forward, his energy depleting before our eyes. Oh, whatever brains he had left were swiftly consumed. And then he turned into a giant dragon man! Lightning erupting from his feet in a weird slappy little lightning kick. Blasting from his fists in a tossy lightning punch. And the hero remembered when he was a youth, his hairless little balls would explode for the very idea of portraying such a fantastic character. Imagine being able to fly around the screen and still getting killed like this. No, he couldn't. Never give up.
Never give up.
He would see it through to the very end. For now that he could fly around the screen, what enemy could test him? He was the henchest dragon that had ever lived. And also had super buff body, like the whole thing was some weird furry reptilian wolf wank fantasy. What doom would it be, Neff?
Welcome to your doom.
As they clouted, it was the eyeball plant, juice maker, dragon slayer. But no, it's strange little flowers. Their hero didn't give a shit. He just hammered the kick button as hard as he could. But he was knocked down repeatedly and kicking. He did not give one fuck. And it was that power of not giving fucks that ended the giant eye plant juice machine. Oh, in a little purple column of light, his powers were drained from him. If Neff could do that, why didn't he just do that in the first place instead of bothering to send a stupid creature? Gazing into the crystal ball, oh no, she's being crucified by the Spanish Inquisition. For whatever reason, why does he want to do this? But in a mysterious cave, the ant people were furious with their giant thrusting stingers exploding into dust and slaying our hero. Leaping up. Oh, this time the hero wanted that power. He would get that power until the strange, snaily, rocky, soft toy for Christmas creature appeared. Get it, he cried, get it. Kick that rock. There might be treasure in it. Of course, the hero knew there would be no treasure. Merely wolves. But it couldn't end here. He wouldn't let it end here. He wouldn't give up. Wolfbumper. That's the real name of this game. For as you bump the wolf, it is repelled. Socking the Cyclops, he seized it to become the more shitty-looking bear. Stands like a bear, oscillates like a bear, rolls nothing like a bear, and dies like a bear. Puff, puff, puff. The secret of the gas is petrification. Ha ha! I will not fight the enemies. Oh, that wants the basilisky whippy thing. Already then, in the cloud of smoke it appears, the dragon snail! And the bear breathed at it even though snot flew out of its body. The only way to beat it was to roll into its sickening head at the last second in this weird buffy, knock you out of the sprite. What a strange game mechanic that is. To make a weird bear bounce out of a snail dragon. And then, whoa, he got hit anyway, just like he did on the eyeball juice plant. Blam! A nuclear explosion, and the bear was satisfied with the blue column of light. 10,000 points that time, for defeating it in a quicker time, I would imagine, after doing so shit on the second stage. The legend was not done, for Athena turned into a bird. See, it's a sort of weird animal toss fest for the yiffers. and the music would repeat itself, but this time the zombies were made of rock. They were so hard as he slammed them in the skull and he kicked them in the bits. Where would the White Wolf appear? There was no way to know. It just leapt blindly forwards. The hero knew his days were numbered, but this time the decapitated, scraggly punchers wearing their grass skirts took even more hits to kill than the punching Cyclops boxer, and the wolves were all too much for our hero. Would he continue? Could he continue? Never give up. He gave up.